Fuck, dude, come on. It's like episode 8. We're not deleting that. We're gonna keep it in. It's no rewrites now though, and it's episode 23, which is, you know what that is? That's Michael Jordan's episode.
Oh yeah.
You know what's crazy? I literally, and this is like the 100th time I did it, but I was watching The Last Dance before coming here today.
Yeah.
In the background. So good, dude.
It's really good, doc.
You seen it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Docu-series.
Yeah, but it's sports, so I'm like, maybe you were like, nah. But Jono watches docs.
I like stories about characters who do unattainable things.
Yeah, well that's The Last Dance for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I really like.
I've never danced, so I've never even had a first dance.
No fucking way.
Yeah, so to know that people like Michael Jordan can make it an entire career of just dancing,
yeah,
is really interesting.
Yeah, you were just confused while watching it. You're like, when's the dancing gonna start?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, the basketball's cool and all, but when's the dance competition?
They're just bouncing a ball and running. Yeah. Like what? It's weird.
Yeah, my hot take on The Last Dance is they never got to the dance competition. Yeah. Not enough dancing.
I'm just waiting for season 2 to come out so I can see it. They just trained this weird game, this weird Canadian game.
It's like Michael Jackson making a doc called The Last Basket. It's like, well, guys, you guys switched it up.
The Last Basket?
Because it's like if Michael Jackson.
Oh, I see. Because Michael Jackson dances.
Exactly. Well, that's not all he did.
He wove baskets as well.
He what a basket?
He touched children.
Wait, allegedly.
Yeah, okay.
What does allegedly mean? Like he did it, or like
it means that he's been accused of doing it.
Oh yeah, allegedly. Like as if I'm correcting you. Hey, allegedly.
Hey, if there's one thing we know about Michael Jackson is that he may or may not have been a pedophile. Fuck.
What a start.
What a fucking brutal start.
Well, it's been a month since we recorded the last one?
It's been a while. It's been
the audience won't know because we're doing it weekly. But
yeah, to you, we've been here the whole time.
Yeah, we never left.
What audience?
Fair. The 3 friends of ours that watch.
Wait, can we try that again? And then, Justin, you put some crickets in? What audience? That's what I thought.
Or just use the actual noise because that was haunting. Just
yeah.
The quietness there was pretty sad. It's pretty sad.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
We're going to try something different today.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought we weren't going to mention it.
Yeah, I just realized as I said it.
But now that you're in on it, we're going to try something different. Look, we spend like 5 hours on each of these episodes and like
recording them,
and 90 to 120 of those minutes are off camera. You don't even see it. We just do a radio drama that you hear, and we're just going to see what it sounds like without one today. We're going to still get to the point. We're probably going to flesh it out a lot more. We're going to be more thorough about the beats and what happens in the story, but we might skip the 1940s era radio drama.
Yeah, I think the goal today is to have fun with the idea of like, I think the best part for us for these episodes is like coming up with the ideas and like talking through them and shit.
Yeah. Maybe we'll like improvise a radio drama, but like the nuts and bolts of actually writing and reading, like maybe we've done enough of those. Maybe we haven't, but maybe you'll tell us. Just email us at norewritespod@gmail.com.
And if this is your first episode, that all might be very confusing. You're like, what are they talking? But so just to sum it up,
just go back and listen to a couple other episodes to know what you're
we're referring
potentially missing.
But just so you need to know in one sentence, all we're doing today is we're gonna pick a prompt and we're gonna improvise a story. That's definitely not changing. We're gonna come up with a script. We're gonna come up with a movie script.
Yeah, exactly. And improvising it is maybe like a strong brush to paint it with, because we're gonna like go in detail. We're gonna talk about the beats. We're gonna like actually just sort of riff an idea up to the point of completion.
In one
we're gonna edge a
sentence,
script today.
That's what we're gonna
script edging.
Nice. That should be the new podcast.
Script edging. Okay, we're gonna do a rebrand.
No rewrites. It's Blue Sky. Then
formerly
no
rewrites. Formerly Blue Sky. Currently Script Edge.
Script edging.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we just go to the prompt? Do we want to? Oh, let's get warmed up with a game. How about that?
Okay, sure. Let's warm ourselves up.
That's a little mind meld.
It's a little cold in here. Summer was coming, but it's gone now.
Yeah. I mean, what was it? I was on set Tuesday, and it was gorgeous. We had lunch it was one of those where you can have lunch in the backyard and stuff.
We had really good weather on the last shoot.
Well, you weren't here for the last shoot.
I wasn't. I was in another country, and it was really good weather. The weather was amazing. It was so warm.
Dude, it really affects your mood. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, yesterday was a particularly blustery day.
Yes, yeah.
And took me right out.
Yeah.
It took me right out.
It really affects my energy. I kind of want to move to LA just so I can have sun.
Oh, it's beautiful. In the winter when the house is colder than the outside, you have to go outside to get warm. It's really cool. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's play Mind Meld now.
Okay, Mind Meld.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to think of a word, you think of a word, and our objective is to say the same word.
Yeah, and we're going 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
3, 2, 1,
painting.
Bottle painting?
Bottle painting. Okay. The first thing that comes to your mind.
3, 2, 1,
branding.
Vase branding?
Vase branding. Okay.
3, 2, 1, flowers? Starbucks flowers? 3, 2, 1, tea.
Wow.
Because you put tea.
Flowers,
you
put
flowers
type of tea, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think
my brain went there. Your brain went there. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Okay,
let's do one more.
3, 2, 1,
television.
Salt television?
Salt and television. That's very different two words.
3, 2, 1, Top
Angelina
Chef.
Jolie.
Top Chef, Angelina Jolie?
Yeah. Fucking, I don't know.
3, 2, 1, adoption?
Lips.
Adoption lips?
Adoption lips? Okay. Adoption, which is the act
of adopting children, because Angelina Jolie adopts a lot of children, and she has lips.
You shouldn't have said that, because I know exactly what to say.
3, 2, 1,
Brad
lawyer?
Pitt.
Brad Pitt, lawyer?
Together.
3, 2, 1, divorce. Yeah. Okay.
Nice. Okay.
All right, we're warm. Okay, so let's move on
to the next
to
part?
uncharted, no rewrites territory.
Well, still the prompt part.
Well, it's still the prompt part, because technically that happens in every episode.
Yeah.
But in this episode, different things will happen after the prompt.
In the blue sky section.
After the blue sky section.
So then we have to do it again next time.
We can't do a whole episode like this.
We can't.
Yes, and.
Yes, and. Yeah. We're good. Yeah. Uncharted.
The prompt.
Okay. So, also, big change here. We've moved from a Forsaken bowl to a Forsaken mug.
When we were like, it'll
I
be
hope
different
that's
today.
okay. It's a mug now.
We're going to do something different today. We're going to not use a green bowl. That's the only thing that's changed.
We fought about it for like 30 minutes. Just abject yelling at each other about mug versus bowl, and Adeel won because he's got a prettier mug than me.
A little bulldozer.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about my prompts. So I hope we pick one of mine.
I immediately forgot all my prompts, so
I got one in my hand.
I did go in with the intent of fucking with us, though.
So
in some ways,
I have a prompt
for
episode 23.
Okay.
It's gonna be. It is mine, and it's wow, dude. It's like, it's just so on. Okay. Anyways, it's sports.
Oh, great.
The Last Dance, baby, the sequel.
So, okay, all right.
It's kind of crazy. We just talked about it.
Well, that's the thing, because like, it's not that I don't like sports. I like the stories around sports and behind sports. And if like we were at a sporting event together and you liked the sport, I'm just going to try and say sport as many times as possible. I would also enjoy the sport because you're into it, and I vicariously enjoy said sport through your enjoyment of sport.
So you'd be a good sport.
I'm a good sport. Yeah.
You're a little annoyed you didn't think of that.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
Maybe
also,
I was about to say it. I have a otherwise like sort of lurid relationship with sports. I played hockey when I was young, like every kid in my town, because that's just what you do. Ice hockey.
Like proper hockey.
Mm-hmm. But like my dad wasn't super into sports, so like he didn't teach me the rules like all the other kids' dads did, or moms. And no one told me how to play. And eventually I was getting ready to go one Saturday morning, and my parents were like, "No, honey, you quit hockey." And I'm like, "Okay."
You quit hockey? Like
they just quit me.
Oh, so
they quit for me.
Were you not good at all, kind of thing?
I was bad.
How old were you?
Like upwards to like 6 or 7.
Okay,
so
young.
I was like young,
but of course
like,
you're bad. What everyone else was like.
Well, all the other kids are just like offsides, and I'm like, what does that mean? Like I would just get the puck and just try and shoot it in the net, and they're like, no, you have to go back over the line and then back.
At age 6 and 7, the kids were that good or serious? I mean, sorry.
Yeah, man. Like,
wow. Okay.
I just feel like I have an aversion to that culture. Also, I played basketball in grade 6, aka dancing, for those of you who are following along. And almost got in a little fight. I did something.
You were 11-ish, 12-ish?
Yeah, I was around 12. And
what was the fight?
Well, this big dude who's like one of those guys in your town. It's like, oh, it's that guy. Everyone's scared of that guy. He's 12-year-old? Crazy. Yeah, but like he's in grade 6, but like he should be in grade 9 kind of thing. like full mustache, like
wait, like
voice cracked already. Yeah, because he got held back.
Okay,
he's a fucking.
He's
cretin.
like a 16-year-old in grade 6.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Yeah. He's a cretin, fucking playing with these little babies,
just dunking on you guys.
Anyway, he had the ball over his head and he was like falling backwards. Like he had like 2 hands of the ball held above his head,
and you panicked,
like kind of like volcano pose in yoga. And he went backwards, and I'm just like, oh, there's a ball, and I just like took the ball from his hands and started, dribbling to the other side.
He was on the ground,
and he was like, "You grabbing me, man?" And he like pushed me down on the ground, and I like hit the court, and then he got kicked out of the game, and then I was guarding this other kid, and he was like, "Oh, this guy's gonna beat the shit out of you after the game."
So
and
in your head, you're
like completely freaked out. He didn't do anything. He just kind of followed
once he drops
me.
his kid off to daycare, he's gonna come kick your ass.
Yeah.
When's this adult man in your grade 6 basketball?
He's just got to put in a quick shift at the factory, and then he's gonna kick your fucking ass, man.
Jeez.
Yeah. So then I just got a bass guitar, and
you're like, music's my thing.
Music's my thing.
I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I've weirdly always been just really into sports.
Yeah.
Like baseball growing up was a huge thing, but that's what I'm saying. Like I remember, like I didn't start baseball until maybe I was 10, but I remember watching like my nephew and like 6-year-old T-ball or 7-year-old 3-pitch baseball. They were not that good. It was really frustrating to watch kids play because you're like, oh my god, just be better. When you just want competition.
It's offsides, you fucking idiot.
So the fact that the kids in your league were so good is so surprising to me.
I don't know if they were good. They just had a better grasp on it than I did. And like,
well, the first time I ever
no one told me
went to a baseball practice, it was embarrassing because I remember like, again, even though I just like competition, I don't know what it is. I just love sports and being part of like teams and shit. I didn't always know what the fuck was going on. I just liked the spirit of it. Mm-hmm. So in the beginning, I was very clueless, like especially about baseball. So I went to my first practice, and I remember them being like, because they're trying to figure the team out. We're a bunch of 10-year-olds. It's like, okay, well, what positions do you guys want to play? Just go stand, like all you guys go stand on your favorite position. And there's first base, second base, shortstop, third base, outfield. I didn't know what the fuck he meant because I didn't know that at that point.
Just like
I literally just went and I like walked around. I'm like, oh, this is a nice place on the grass, and I just stood there, and it was not a position. It was like in the middle of shortstop and left field and center field, just like in a random thing. And they're like, what's position is that? I was like, I like this. And they're like, no. And then that's when they were like, oh, we gotta teach him baseball now. He's not just here to play. He has to learn the rules.
Isn't that such a, like, it's funny that we both experienced something similar where they're like, we're not here to teach kids how to play hockey. We're here to play hockey or baseball or whatever. And it's like, why isn't the whole point? Like, if we took an improv class and they're like, all right, get on stage and start doing shit, you got to play some zip zap zop before you can.
Yeah, we'll go through what the fucking name of the positions are or what the offside is.
Yeah.
But I think where they're coming from is like, if you're going to get signed up and pay for this from your parents should have taught you the shit.
That is fucking bullshit.
It's crazy.
Hey, if you're a coach that expects the kid's parents to teach them
the rules and shit,
you're a piece of shit.
Dude, especially as an immigrant kid, I barely understood what the fuck
English was not even his first language.
I was lost. I had to literally go and then buy MLB, like the PS2 game at the time or whatever, to learn the rules. Because I'm like, I was not learning quick enough. So I bought the game and I played it so much. And then I knew everything because, like, for me, it's like I learned.
Then you start like dissing people. You're like, yeah, that's not shortstop. You fuck.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's called shortstop, not long stop, dipshit.
I think every sport I learned through like video games. Like I was like, okay, to know football, how to play football. So
and they say those things rotted your brain.
Well, I could have learned other things, I'm sure, but
that's how I learned how to slit people's throats and kill monsters from video games.
Or like apparently. Because someone told me how to actually were you with me at that time when they were like telling us how like you actually pick a lock and the grooves and shit?
Oh yeah.
And Splinter Cell. So he told me that he's telling me exactly how you do it, how you have to find the grooves and all these things. And then whatever he was explaining was exactly how you pick locks in Splinter Cell. Mm-hmm. So that game actually taught you because you had to like jiggle your buttons and do all these things. But they're showing you where the key's going and how he's doing it.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, wow, this game actually was like a 101 of like, you want to pick locks, kid?
Hey, kid.
We're spending a lot of time on this section, but before we do leave this section, we should talk about sports movies.
Yeah.
Favorite
Air Bud.
Sports movie. Air Bud, okay.
Not my favorite.
Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans? I'm gonna have to say, like, I haven't seen it in forever, but I remember like liking Friday Night Lights because it was like moody and like they had a good soundtrack. Explosions in the sky.
That was a big one. That was a big movie.
Big emotional thing.
Moneyball.
Moneyball.
I fucking love Moneyball. Perfect. The Rookie, Perfect Game,
Cool Runnings,
Eddie the Eagle.
Eddie the Eagle. I've been recommended that, and I tried to watch it on a plane, and
I barely remember that movie.
It's like the ski jump guy, right?
Yeah, it's the Olympics, and Hugh Jackman's a coach, and it's like Kingsman guy, Taron Egerton.
Caddyshack's technically a sports
Happy
movie.
Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah,
that's the best one of all of them.
That's one of the greats. Benchwarmers. I actually really like that movie. Blindside.
Benchwarmers. What about A League of Their Own? They're rebooting. Did they already reboot
They made
that?
a TV show out of it.
Is that out?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Rosie O'Donnell.
So, I mean, there's Space Jam. Michael Jordan again. So, the question I was going to ask is, I don't think, what do you think about, like, do we need to make it a nonfiction? No, right? I kind of want to make a fictional one. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, the Blue Jays did this. Let's make a film about that.
Doc Ellis pitching a no-no on acid.
I don't know about that.
You don't know that story?
No.
Oh my God, it's the coolest story ever.
He hit a no-hitter, threw a no-hitter on acid.
Pitched a no-hitter on acid.
Fuck.
And because like he woke up one morning and was just like, oh, the game's tomorrow. I'm just gonna fucking drop some acid. And then they're like, yo, you got to come to the game. And he just fucking proceeds to go to the game and pitch. It's like a huge.
I didn't know this.
Oh man, you call yourself a sports guy, and
Yeah.
I know that story. No, it's really funny and like.
And just so people, if people don't know, what's a
no-hitter?
no-hitter?
You're pitching a no-no. A no-hitter is when no one hits the ball with the bat.
Well, you can hit it, but you just don't make it.
No one makes it to base.
Yeah, like you didn't allow any hits in that hole. Like even if the hit, it's either caught.
That's a bit confusing because technically, if someone hit the ball with the bat, that's a hit.
But not. Yeah, I get what you mean, but it doesn't count as a hit of the scorecard.
See, sports are so fucking complicated.
All right. Before you get too angry, should we go to the? Let's go to the blue sky part.
Yeah, let's start riffing an idea.
Let's do it. Let's just fucking.
Okay.
Let's do it.
This is the blue sky part.
Okay, so we're gonna make a sports movie about a guy who suddenly forgets how to make sports.
No.
He's like, you're gonna dribble, and he's like,
You ever seen a basketball?
yeah, oh yeah, that's a sick
That's a good
movie.
one.
I loved that movie.
one.
Also, like that was during my ska music phase.
What's ska
So
music?
ska music's like
Punk.
it's punk adjacent. One could argue that it's the least punk form of punk, but it's like
funk?
it's just really upbeat, like Mighty Mighty Bosstones. Like the band Real Big Fish were like the
Give me a
band.
song. Give me one that I would know.
Everybody's doing the fish.
Get the fuck out. That's
Yeah,
ska?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Mighty Bosstones like never had to knock on wood. You know that song? That's not how it goes.
I don't know.
It's like a lot of upstrokes, a lot of high things. Oh, Superman from Tony Hawk. That Goldfinger song. And then it's got trumpets and like.
You gonna sing the Superman song?
I have it in my head, but I can't.
Hey.
There's a lot of that.
Oh, that song, right? It's literally.
And it's like. I'm trying to sleep.
We're doing two different things.
And I'm so confused about what to do.
Oh, so like it's regular rock music. Okay.
It's like regular rock music, but with like trumpets and shit.
Okay,
it's like
yeah.
super fucking cheesy, and I'm embarrassed to.
That band. They have that one song. You know Spoons, the band?
No.
Oh, really? The Underdog
No.
song? No. Oh. That sounds because it has trumpets in it. That's why.
Anyway,
Let's rewind a little bit. What's this film about?
but anyway, Real Big Fish are in that movie. Basketball is about a sport, a hybrid of baseball and basketball that these guys start in their backyard, but then it becomes a professional league, and hilarity ensues.
Written
It's
by the
Trey
South
Parker
Park
and
guys.
Matt Stone. And they had Squeak Scolari in it. It was a good movie. It was funny. Probably horribly sexist and somewhat racist.
What are the tropes of a good sports movie? Like, there's always the
Underdog.
Yeah, exactly. I think we got our title already. The underdog usually, and it's like a bit of a journey for them to win, and the obstacles are a bit
or
spectacular.
they're like excelling in sports, but they have like a troubled life at home. They're dealing with things at home.
Dodgeball would be a sports movie, yeah.
Dodgeball is definitely a sports movie.
Yeah. Coach Carter, have you seen that one? I love Coach Carter.
Coach Carter, I know the name, but
That was
I
a good
don't.
one.
I don't have any still images in my head from that.
It was like one of the few movies I watched in theaters. Like as a kid, I was like, "Whoa, this is fucking dope." Yeah. So there's many sports like tropes that you have. Like you have that. You have the coach who comes in last minute kind of thing, or is a new coach and he kind of shapes the team up.
Ted Lasso is a sports series.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like various things. It's like, what's the craziest one we can think of? It's like the goal for me now. It's like, let's go strange.
Yeah.
Sorry, my eyes twitching. What does that mean when your eye twitches?
Tired. You need sleep.
Sorry, you continue.
Yeah. What was the last question?
What's like the strangest?
Oh, the strangest.
Like not you know what I mean? Like I want to do something that's like.
Could it be like?
Oh, I got an idea, but you go first.
Like a Faustian pact with the devil to like do something like, I want to win this World Series. And,
ooh, that's cool. Like make a deal with the devil.
Make a deal with the devil.
So you have the devil's character in it as well, and it's like the baseball.
Or it's like it could be like the Mighty Ducks, where like it's this somewhat disgraced coach, if I recall correctly, who's trying
Gordon
to like
Bombay, bro.
Who's trying to isn't it Emilio Estevez?
Yeah, well,
that's his name.
Oh, you remember that? It's like such a
no, I don't remember
Gordon
anything
Bombay.
from that movie except it's of.
And what's that guy? The guy who's in Dawson's Creek?
James Vanderbeek?
No, the other guy.
Pacey?
Who?
Pacey? No, Joshua Jackson.
That guy. He was like the one leading it as a kid.
He was like the head kid. I love that guy, man. He in Fringe, he's so fucking good. But yeah, maybe it's like a guy who he's got a DUI and he loses his job on the pro team.
Hardball with Keanu Reeves, yeah.
Pro team, and then he's got to teach a team of kids, but the kids fucking suck, so he makes a deal with the devil to try and win. But he fucks the kids over. Like everyone gets screwed.
I'm glad that sentence was fucks the kids over. So
yeah, we're really bringing it back today. We're really
what if it's and this is like your idea is a bit more, I guess,
stupid.
No, I was gonna say it's like more. It could be more have serious moments in it as well as some comedy. Mine is a bit basketball-y stupidity where it's like, what if we take a real sport like golf or like baseball or basketball, and it's like a parody of how it got invented. You know what I mean? Like Robin Williams, I remember had this stand-up bit a long time ago where it's like golf is like such a Scottish sport, and it's like you could tell they were drunk while they were thinking about it, and just to fuck with people they made it. So it's like the idea of like basketball got made because like someone was like playing monkey in the middle with like these two bullies, and then he threw it too hard and it went into a basket.
And they're all just like,
wait a minute. And you know what I mean? So you could have fun with that, right? Where you can kind of go like, we take a real sport, but we make it like a very fictional story, like Dewey Cox.
Yeah,
that's one version.
Like,
of this.
do you remember? Did you grow up on? Maybe we talked about this before, but like heritage moments, like
yeah.
And there's like the basketball one where
Nathan,
it's like,
what's his name? Nathan Fieldsmith or something.
James Naismith. Yeah. It's like, don't carry the ball, just dribble it. And the guy's like, oh, and then he shoots it, and they're like, we can't carry the ball. How do we get a decent shot at the peach basket? And they all laugh at him. And the guy with the
I don't remember that.
I need these baskets back. And he's like poking. He's got.
Actually, I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, the guy's like, I need these baskets. The guy, no, he's like, why don't we cut a hole? Oh yeah, no, it's it sure slows things down having to climb up here every time. And he's like, why don't we cut the bottom out of the basket? He's like, I need these baskets back. And then the next shot is this motherfucker who just said that, cutting a hole in the bottom of the basket like a cuck.
Like the cuck he was.
And basketball was born.
Oh.
Yeah.
Basketball, the sport, I don't want to say.
We could make a...
sport of cucks.
We could make a heritage minute about a sport being invented, like just like a short,
like a cheesy,
like a 90-second commercial doc about,
yeah, that's pretty funny.
About baseball. But what's the funniest way into that? I like that because we could highlight how absurd a sport is.
Yeah, that's the fun of it. That's like,
because like, what do you think the like evolution of hockey was like how do you think that started?
Well, hockey to me, I mean, maybe every sport you can kind of boil it down, but to me it's a bit more basic in terms of like, of course, because it's like, yeah,
you're on skates and you got a little stick and you throw it around.
I guess skates is a bit interesting. Like, where the fuck did they come with the idea that's like, I'm surprised it wasn't a bigger deal. Street hockey wasn't a bigger deal because anyone could play it, and then became ice hockey. Sounds like ice hockey just took off right away.
Yeah, because like I guess, you know, back in the day, people are bored and they want to like go fast and like do shit, and they're like, let's go on the ice. And like, how do you move on the ice? Let's put blades on our feet. Hey, there's just a guy in a kitchen. It's like, how do we like go faster on the ice?
Imagine explaining it to your wife like for the first time, and you have a kid. And she's like, you want me to you want to take our kid on a fucking ice with blades with
knives on his feet? Knives?
Yeah, baby, it's gonna be crazy.
Jebediah, we are not putting knives on.
Our ignorance of how sports were created definitely helps with the situation because we sound like idiots right now.
For sure.
That being said, go on.
Or golf, like golf is ridiculous.
Golf is so crazy. 18 holes. Where does that come from? And it's like, Yeah,
you know what that comes from? A lot of men with repressed desire. So like, let's do 18 holes today, because they want to fuck 18 dudes.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, you took it there. All right, okay, I'll take it there.
Yeah.
But so just before let's put a pin in it for a second. Do we like this? That this is the angle, or do we like the idea of kind of creating something that's a bit more like an actual like layered short film with like these character arcs and like this one player who's like, I need to win, because I always had this idea for a baseball film about this one player who like is all about like, I got to get that scholarship, like that baseball scholarship from after high school, but the rest of the team isn't that serious because we're just having fun, but he's like, he's
like carrying the team.
So then it's like how he kind of puts, he goes to this new school. And then he kind of he gets to his new school, and he's like, his parents made him move. They moved, and he's like, I was on the way to a scholarship with my baseball team there. Now I'm in a different city, and
he's got to get them up to speed.
And then
makes a deal with the devil.
And then, and then also he starts poaching different sports. He's like, oh, he's a soccer. The other sports are bigger at the school, so it's like the soccer player that's really fast. I need you to play this position. Then he poaches like the basketball player who's good at this, and he put like, it's kind of like a Ocean's 11 but with baseball. That's what I pictured it. So I'm like, that's kind of fun. It's just
innings 11.
Huh?
Innings 11.
The only issue
sounds a bit montagey.
Yeah, and which is the
but I guess too, like, we're trying this fucking different format.
Well, let's not worry about the format. It's just like let's get our beats. Is what I'm saying. No matter what's our beats? Do we like this idea first of all?
I like that. I like an absurdist portrayal of the invention of a sport, but that does like that just is so open-ended and it's not narrow at all. Like it doesn't give us much to go off of other than let's be fucking dumb as shit. I like the idea of that kid having to poach from other sports,
Yeah, it's an idea I've always liked in the back of my head for a movie, and I'm like, this could be cool to flesh it out. Because being very inside baseball, no pun intended, about our podcast, we don't have to worry about the new approach today. It's more like, what would we do if we were gonna write the radio drama? Let's just still do all that work, and like really beat it out, So yeah, now going back to which one?
Yeah, or like the invention of wrestling, and they're like, it's two guys actually having a fist fight, and they're like, look, I'm having a great time. What if we don't hit each other?
Yeah. Are you seeing all these people like circling us? They love watching us fight. I just wish it didn't hurt so much.
Yeah, I just wish the pain wasn't there.
Because you don't have to make it I like the heritage commercial idea, but if you want to make it a film with the absurd creation of a sport, you can still add a character, which is like this guy who's down on his luck, and he's the one who accidentally invents something to save his family from going broke or some shit. You know what I mean? You can still have like this like loose story that's like driving this character's reason to create an absurd sport. Or he could be the good for nothing youngest brother, and it's like, he's like, my oldest brother invented the light bulb, my second oldest brother invented this, and then he invents this bullshit sport where they laugh at him at first. So it's like Thomas Edison, like youngest brother, for example, and it's like they're a family of inventors, and they always every dinner party they make fun of him, like, you didn't invent anything. and then he ends up like, and we can make a fictional family obviously where it's like Edison's brothers with the guy who made Alexander Graham Bell, they're like brothers or some shit, and it's like, you know what I mean, like really kind of ham up the part that our character hasn't invented anything, and then he accidentally invents a sport.
Apparently a Civil War hero named Abner Doubleday is often credited with developing the baseball in 1839, but the real history is older and more complicated. Abner Doubleday was the brother of Thomas Edison?
You had me there. Right? I was like, what the fuck? Did I just call nothing but net right
now? Fuck. This one's hard.
What do you mean? I think we're.
I just feel like to make like an interesting origin story is like kind of what all sports movies are, but like finding that interesting way in,
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm like, there's two paths. There's like the super fictional absurd path, which is like, again, I kind of find that funny, where it's like a family of academics and whatever, or like these really smart people who invented like this or that, and that youngest, like the youngest of that family makes like a a sport. That's a way to do absurdity, I think, because it's absurdity on absurdity almost. It's like, imagine like we fictionalize a really famous inventor. I don't know, Nikola Tesla or some shit too. You know, you could pick any one of them and just be like, he's related to them. And then he made hockey, and it's all bullshit. Like we don't have to look at any. I don't want to look at any historical facts. Like I want to make it all bullshit.
Yeah,
that's one way to do it. And the second way is like, something like you said, like let's look for something more serious, like a real like devil's bet or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Where's your heart leaning?
I like this coming from a long line of inventors thing. Like, we should pick the sport too to help kind of like inform the inventors, because like if he's from a family of scientists, like maybe he sees some guy use leverage to send an object far away, and then he's like, oh, if I hit the ball with the bat.
Oh, that's interesting. Because even if you don't even do like he invented the sport, if it's like a family of academics and they look down on sports, and then finally, and he keeps sneaking off to, and this is another random tangent to this, he goes and plays on like the team, the neighborhood team, and then he's really good at baseball, and they come to watch him, and because the one day it gets exposed that he's playing it, that he's like snuck away from math camp to go play it or some shit, and they go to get him from the game, and they go to the game like all pissed, and then they see him using science to play the game, you know, in a way they're like, oh, technically he's calculating velocity and doing all this, and it's like
he just used Pythagoras' theorem to get to first base. Yeah, he just ran in a straight line, everyone.
Exactly. And there's something fun there. Like we would have to like, if we did something like that, we'd have to really double down on the stupid.
Yeah.
Like it's just like fucking Dumb and Dumb. It's a Farrelly Brothers film.
Yeah. It's like Wet Hot American Baseball Summer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah. Very on the nose kind of thing.
Yeah.
A lot of winking to the camera.
And then what's like, baseball seems like a pretty easy one to do. Hockey's funny just because it's like, I'm going to put, Daddy, I would like one day very much to put blades on my shoes and run up top the lake.
So it was invented by a British guy?
It's a British sport, hockey. And then it gets appropriated by the Canadians during the war.
Right. That makes all the sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. Back to it again. Do we want him? I like that. That's a.
Daddy, what about knives on my shoes? Please.
We have more knives.
Daddy,
more knives.
I just got back in from being out by the lake, and I threw a knife across the top, and it went really fast. What if we put them on our feet?
So he's an inventor then?
Yeah. Do you think maybe the last month has done some damage to my brain?
No, I think this is some of the best stuff you've come up with.
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing good, buddy.
Am I better?
Yeah.
I'm still quite jet lagged. I'm not going to lie. I was like 9 hours ahead.
Well, when did you land back?
I got back on Friday night, but like I have been just fucked.
But actually, eh?
Yeah, actually.
Like just feeling groggy during the day?
Yeah.
Well, I like your bits, man.
Daddy.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, come bring it back.
What if we get, because the maybe like a guy with just like a really dumb son, not to always tear it back to fucking Heritage Minutes, but the one where they talked about the origins of Winnie the Pooh, and it's like this Canadian war vet is like somewhere, and he adopts a bear. Like he adopts a bear. Like I don't know. Like maybe like back in the day you could adopt bears in like open air markets or some shit. But he's like, oh, this bear is ours. I'm gonna call him Winnie after my hometown, Winnipeg. And then the kid's like, let's call him Winnie the Pooh. And he's like, why Pooh, Christopher Robin? And she's like, I don't know, just Winnie the Pooh. It's like this fucking dumbest weird, like, it's like, hey, the name means nothing except for the Winnipeg part. So maybe the sports inventor could just have like a son who says really stupid shit, like, I want to put blades on my feet and glide over the lake.
Say that again. Say that again one more time.
Hold on, let me get a quill. Fuck, Christopher Robin, hold that thought.
Agatha just had her first period. Oh wait,
wait.
Whoa.
That's what we should call.
Wait. Oh. I love the. I gotta write this down.
Could be that. Could be that. Son just says random shit, and dad gets inspiration.
He's writing from. Yeah, the dad's already trying to invent something, and then the son's just like fanning the flames.
Yeah, or like he's just like, I want to do a sport involving balls.
Involving balls.
And the kid's just like, why don't we hit it with a stick?
No. Well, what about a bat?
If we carve the stick into a different shape. God, I feel we're circling the drain on something, but
we have too many ideas almost right now.
Yeah.
Like we actually have like a couple which I'm down to go. And again, it's like whichever one's just gonna be more fun to talk about.
Yeah.
So let me recap.
Okay.
We got what was it? Oh, inventing a sport, right? And I think we like this idea of like it's family oriented. Either it's like the
David
inventor
Wayne
family, David Wayne,
like the like slapstick family fictional rewritten
like,
history, like
rewriting exactly like it's Edison's brother bullshit kind of thing, or like a professor of physics brother. And then we like this idea of inventing as well, where it's like a guy who just keeps stumbling upon words and moments. It's like he's at the grocery shop and it's like someone throws him the ball and like, or like the apple, and it's like just him,
and
like
he hits it with a baguette.
Yeah, and he's like, wait a minute, do that again. It's like, why would you do that again?
It's in Paris because he hits it with a baguette. Like,
so it's French now.
Tadé,
no,
une minute.
No, but do the daddy part again, but in French.
Mon père. I don't know what knife is. I
keep doing British.
Yeah.
So that's the second one. And the third idea, which feels like we're going away from it, although I still like it, is the guy who's like, I got to get a scholarship. So now I got to do a montagey thing of recruiting a team of 11 players. Or 9 players.
Because there's also like absurd stuff you could do in that. Like for a goalie, it's a guy who's really good at Dance Dance Revolution. You know what I mean? Like his full control over his limbs.
Exactly. Yeah,
and for defenseman, it's just like a guy who can't move. Like just a brick shithouse man.
Just massive.
Just a massive guy.
So you keep going back to hockey. So
I just that was the clearest straw.
We're picking the ones we know the most. I know baseball really well. You know hockey really well.
Should we do see if that other Forsaken mug has a thing in there that could kind of narrow it down?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So another sort of addition. We're trying shit today. Like today is either on the rails or off the rails. I can't tell. But we have another Forsaken mug. The first one was from Stonehenge. And it contains genres. And this one is from St. Louis, Missouri. Two very linked places. They named they modeled the St. Louis Arch after the Stonehenge
arches.
My
God, that's another absurd fictional reality.
Yeah.
Quick question: what position did you play for that one season
of hockey?
Yeah.
I remember one guy said I was playing defense, but I don't know because I never really defended anything, so it felt like he was being kind.
Oh, he was like, "Yeah, you're the best." Yeah. You're like, "Not you're on the bench. You played the bench."
The one kind man in my youth.
Okay, so
we have a secondary thing with like sort of additional
random
shit that we can incorporate into the script. So this might help us narrow our idea down.
That's a good point.
I put some fucked up shit in there. So.
Yeah, mine too, and
it could totally ruin this, but hey.
Off the rails or on the rails. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So our mid blue sky prompt is, it's
Oh no.
It's enchanted item.
Okay. So he comes up like a piece of wood, and it's like
Simpsons. You're fucking gonna do Simpsons right now?
What? Oh, it's like
the bat he makes is like a thunder bat.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry. I beat you to the punch.
Whittle me down.
Yeah.
Whittle me.
So.
Or a ball.
Yeah, an enchanted item. So what if it's like a fantasy sports film, basically? Oh, have you ever seen
Quidditch?
No, not that one. No.
That's all I know about Harry Potter.
That's great. I love Quidditch. I was curious about people that played Quidditch at like UFT and shit. They have like teams now at universities.
Teams. Yeah. On what flying brooms, motherfuckers?
Yeah, I'm always like, posers. I get that you think it's Quidditch, but there's no flying broom, so I don't.
You're just cosplaying.
Yeah.
It's LARPing.
Yeah, literally.
No shade to LARPing.
Nothing against it, but don't call it Quidditch and don't call it a sport because I want to see flying.
Call
brooms.
it Quidditch.
Levitating brooms is
Quidditch, man. That's funny.
Sorry, Quidditch. Yeah. You had to double back to make sure I laughed.
Can you edit a laugh in, Justin? Thank you.
What's that film? The Rookie or something like that, where it's like basically this kid. It's like Mike. Oh, that's what it is. Have you seen Like Mike?
It sounds familiar.
So they're both similar films, but so in Like Mike,
you want to be like Michael Jordan?
Bow Wow or Lil Romeo, the main guy. He finds Michael Jordan's shoes, or he finds shoes, like special shoes, whatever. Yeah. I haven't seen it in so long. I don't know if they're actually Michael Jordan's shoes.
Bow Wow.
Like, yeah. Is it Bow Wow?
Yeah. Jesse Plemons is in that movie.
What? He's not the kid though, right?
He can't be the kid.
No, there's no way I would have known that, or I would remember that.
He's Ox. Who's Ox? Crispin Glover.
Bro, if he's the kid, I will lose my shit, because how the fuck do I not know that?
He's kind of got the same like weird.
No, it's not. I just checked. It's Jonathan Lipnicki is the kid. Okay. So Ox is probably just one of the kids like in the background or some shit.
Right. They're just fucking pushing his picture up. Eugene Levy's in that movie too. They're just pushing his image up. Because,
well, he's like the one who made it. Civil War I want to watch with Jesse Plemons. I'm really excited for that.
That looks cool as fuck.
So like that, where it's like enchanted item where someone but okay, so I don't want to. We got.
But then, what's the most absurd sport to paste that onto? Like, is it golf? Is it cricket?
But here's my one concern now. And this is again.
Oh no.
About the podcast. It's like,
fuck.
Did everything we talked about just go out the window then? And it's like it's a whole new idea with an enchanted item, or do we try to put it into the thing we were talking?
We put it in the absurdist invention of a sport.
Okay.
Or
go on.
Yeah, like maybe the enchanted item like leads him to the goal of inventing a sport.
That's interesting too.
Yeah.
Because I go straight to that, or there's like that baseball movie where this kid, I can't remember why he gets it, but he gets this arm that's like a bullet, like he can throw 100 miles an hour like fastball.
He just finds an arm on the street. He's like, fuck. He has to hold the other arm.
Oh, pretend like it's his. He's like
that's funny.
That's disturbing. Yeah, or like the Simpsons episode where he carves a bat that gets struck by lightning, and then
or like it's a kid. He's in a terrible accident at the same time as a famous athlete. He loses the kid loses his legs, but the athlete loses his torso, and then the kid. It's like organ donation. They have to like organ donate the legs to the kid, and the kid has these like really powerful like Donovan Bailey or like Usain Bolt legs. Yeah, and then he becomes like a runner, and then he invents running.
So yeah, I love how Bolt exists, Donovan Bailey exists, but running is not existed. Yeah, that totally makes sense. This kind of fucked us a little. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how to. I'm not like it's a good thing. I like all these ideas, but it's like, are we combining it or are we making our own script now for enchanted item?
No. We have to use the foundation on which we built the house. What?
We never picked the foundation.
The foundation.
You know what I mean? We had 3 foundations. And
no!
It would have helped if we had one foundation.
Oh no! Okay, so now we know that going forward, we have to settle. Well, I think we are settled on the idea of inventing
a sport.
Sport.
Yeah.
And it involves an enchanted item.
Okay.
Front runner is the legs of a famous.
No. That's not the fucking front runner. Front runner, clear winner. No.
And the movie's called Leg. It's called Legs the movie.
Well, now wait, that's a good title.
That's a good fucking title. That's a good.
So maybe it is.
Yes.
Yeah. And I still like the idea of a family that's disapproving of the guy who makes the invention.
Yeah.
Right. I also like the idea of him just coming up with shit like, his kid's saying random shit.
Or, okay. So it's a family of dentists, right?
Okay.
They're not getting any business.
Okay.
They're not getting any business.
Okay.
Everyone's teeth are
I think
great.
I know where you're going, and I'm kind of...
And they're like, and this kid who's like, I don't want to be a dentist, but like, I do want to be a good contributing member to my family. So he invents a way to break people's teeth with a hockey puck. Like, he's just doing slap shots. He's like, I'm going to get this rubber puck because like rubber and like if I can get something going at a crazy velocity right to the teeth, it's going to knock all the teeth out. And then he finds a stick and he does the stick and it knocks some guy's teeth out. And then he's like, oh my God, I invented tooth puck. And then that becomes the sport hockey. But it's all in service of knocking people's teeth out to better his family dentist's business.
I was going to say that.
Done.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thanks for tuning in. It's called Toothless.
So the enchanted item's out the window. Fuck the enchanted item.
Oh, the puck would be the enchanted item. Maybe the puck talks to him.
I like that all for some reason.
Yeah. It's like, hey.
Hit me.
It's like
that's kind of fucking weird.
Just
slap me.
Scrap rubber.
Yeah.
Form me into a disc and slap me.
Because he could also
not like that. Slap me with a stick.
Harder. Just a little
harder.
Kinky ass
And just like harder. Like just a montage of him like hitting the.
Because I was gonna say he could also be someone who invented
now
fighting.
Do it into a net.
What is up with you, Puck? You have the weirdest requests.
Fuck you, Puck.
He invented like he's the one who makes fighting okay in hockey.
Yeah.
That's another way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or yeah. Okay. So, family of dentists. I like that. It's completely insane.
Mm-hmm.
Also, okay. So what could basketball be?
What?
Like we're gonna how we invent basketball with an enchanted item. You know?
Wait, are you like saying that we're putting a pin in the hockey one then?
Yeah. I mean, like let's explore. Maybe there's a funnier enchanted item in other sports.
Yeah.
We're doing the invention of sport. That's the foundation. That's the basement.
With an enchanted item. So we're fictionalizing the fact that the absurdity also is like when it was invented, it was due to
It's maybe an accident.
Well, I like the idea of that's funny if it is like the first time ever was like a ball talking to the player kind of thing. It's like a magical thing.
Yeah.
Or it's like magical rubber that went to a factory. It's like Jumanji. You know how like it goes through a series of things. So it's like this rubber that was like from this magical tree. Then went to a factory that turned into a ball, and that one ball was given as a birthday gift to this one child. And then that ball, it was just a normal ball because back then there was no basketball, it was just like a ball they could play with. And then it talked to him. It's like,
hey,
build it and they will come. It's like that.
The ball's like, hey man, I just really want to be inside a basket. I just want to feel the edges of the basket rubbing against my skin.
Dunk me hard.
You
just slam dunk me.
Jump up in the air. You spread your legs like a V,
and you
extend one arm. You extend your dominant arm, and you slam me into that basket, kid. You just slam me. Shit. I'm glad we don't have to write this one.
Okay.
So there's that, or is it like bootstrap thing? Like we're in the future. We're in the present day, and there's just this like phenom baseball player just cracks a dinger so hard, like just hits it so hard that it like starts to go around the earth, kind of like Superman, and it like goes around the earth the other way, but then it ends up, when it lands, it's back in time, and it's like a kid in the past who is eventually the inventor of baseball. But the baseball came from the future.
That's a paradox.
Yeah, it's a bootstrap paradox. Yeah.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. So it could be that.
I do like
that.
But
then why does the ball talk?
No, I think the enchanted item is already the fact that it fucking traveled through time.
But then how does he like?
It was like the Winnie the Pooh thing. It's just like it just happens. It's just like
he's just like, I don't know. He just hit it with a bat. Or like he hits it with a bat, or he catches it with a glove, or like, you know what I mean? Like there should be, as absurd as we want to make it, which I'm always down to be goofy and do something weird, but like maybe there should be a clever joke in how that absurdity unfolds. Like this is not the clever joke, but like he's setting up bases for some reason, or he's just doing this with a stick, and then he hits the ball with the stick, and then, you know, it escalates from there. Like there should be some logic to it. It can't just be like. Yeah.
But that's why now the more we're doing the logic of it, I'm like, hockey or basketball do make it easier for us because they have less like baseball. I'm just talking about it. I kind of want to know how they made that sport because like, dude, there's so many rules, so many fucking rules. You know what I mean? Like. Fucking the fact that the diamond, the way they thought of that, and like the bases, and it's like double play, or like if no one's on first base and you're at second, there's no force to run, and you have to tag you, and then any of these rules?
No.
There's like so many, and they're all good and smart rules, but I'm like, who the fuck took the time?
Do you think like it was just downloaded at once, or do you think those like little things kind of kept getting built on? It's like the constitutional amendments and shit. Like,
well,
they're just
already
like, hey,
they're adding
man,
rules. Just last year they added, or 2 years ago they added a rule where it's like the pitcher has 15 seconds to pitch the ball now.
Yeah.
To speed the game up. So just with that.
Oh yeah, in like a couple years before that, they added the rule like take a pitcher, it'll last longer.
Yeah.
So they've been taking pictures.
Talking, I'm like, it's a fucking joke coming. As soon as you're like, oh yeah, I'm like, oh, here we go. Here's dad joke. Not only a joke,
bad joke.
No, dad joke.
Yeah. There's only one letter in difference between bad and dad.
Damn, that's the thing. Yeah. But yeah. So that being said, the reason I bring that up is like the fact that they are still making rules. I'm sure like it was all added slowly. It's like the year one there was probably very little rules, and they just kept adding rules.
Yeah.
The shot clock in basketball wasn't there the whole time. They invented that, the 24-second shot clock. You know what that is?
Yeah. You need to do the shot.
Once you're
in your zone, right?
No. Once you get the
once the ball
inbound. Once you inbound the ball. So if you score a point, then my team, once we inbound it, like I start like even on my side of the court, 24-second start.
Do you think that clock came from the future?
Do you think someone hit it so hard?
They just hit that fucking clock so hard. They just told the time so well, it's transported itself back.
That's a weird fucking no. Okay, cool. Inventing a sport.
With an
enchanted item.
With an enchanted item.
So yeah, I mean, straight up, it's like Jumanji to me, where it's like someone finding a piece of that sport, and it tells them what to do. Like literally tells them like this is how we should play this sport. And then the plot twist could be what you said, where it's like if it's baseball that they're telling them how to build like like you got to build a diamond. You got to do this, and and then you find out it's because it's from the future.
Yeah,
that's your like plot twist.
Yeah, would you start with the scene in the future in the present day when it gets hit back and the guy's like?
I would start with like a kid running and tripping, and he sees the ball. Like he finds the ball, and then it talks to him at night. He goes to sleep with the ball in his glove, or like not the glove because it doesn't exist yet, baseball. But he just takes the ball. I'll stick a new ball, and then and it's like it has weird stitches around it because they've never seen one. And he keeps it, and then at night he's like trying to sleep, and he goes,
"Take me out to the ball." You know how they do like dark renditions of like Britney Spears songs and
for
shit?
The trailer.
It's like
for the trailer.
Yeah, it's like super fucking moody. Take me out to the ball.
And then it's like, no. And then like the montage in the trailer, like.
Oh, sorry for that mic hit, everyone. I regretted that.
Yeah, it's like Hans Zimmer's version of "Take Me Out to the Ball" game. But yeah,
if you control the ball, you control. What's the line in Dune at the beginning? It's like if you control the
spices, yeah, you control
everything.
Something like that, yeah.
You control the ball, you control everything. Fuck, there's like a bit of a liberating feeling in not applying this to paper, but it also feels like so fucking loose that it's going to be hard to
because we're not dude, I think our thing today, and it's because of the jet lag and it's because of just feeling off from a month, it's like we're not really picking a lane and just going at it. Let's just go at it, dude. So okay, film starts.
So but the thing is like
sorry, this is great, let's go at it. Okay, but the thing is
yeah, I'm just saying for the kid to find the ball, let's figure out how the ball got back in time. We need to figure out why the ball got back in time in order to figure out.
You said it. Someone hit it so
yeah, but
hard.
like if we don't see it at the beginning of the thing, like.
Well, that's the ending then, right? That's like the ball explains it. Because if it starts
right,
with that,
because like it could go, he invents the game, and then it's this montage of like, you know, all the things changing in the stadium, building around the guy as he's like winding up for a pitch, and it's like match cutting, but going through the time, like the Time Machine movie.
Yeah.
And then it goes to that moment, and he's like, all right, I'm going to hit you back in time.
I don't think he says that. I think it just happens. I don't think you have to explain it by showing it. I think the ball.
Oh, and then the ball. You can follow the ball going around the world faster and faster and faster, and then you see the world revert, much like we saw the world move forward. And then it lands in the ditch, and then that kid's like, "Ooh," and then it ends the same way it began.
I was gonna say, what if it ends with like. What if it's like the kid finds the ball, right, takes it home, then the ball starts talking to it, creepy shit, but then you find out it's not creepy, he's actually telling him to build a sport and whatever, starts making the sport, all this, and at the end of it, like they finally have their first game or whatever, and it's a diamond and people come to watch after they've built up this like kind of reputation, and the pitch happens and someone hits it, and it's an older ball, so maybe it gets ripped. And then the kid's like, and everyone's like, okay, cool. And he's like, no. And the kid's like trying to talk to the ball, and the ball's like, I came from the, and he's like having a moment with the kid where it's like the guy
you
like
know something.
Yeah.
There's something I've been keeping from you this.
I don't have much time.
I've been keeping.
No,
this
we
from you
can.
the whole time.
We can stitch you. We can put you back to normal. No, kid, it's no use.
No, I was made in a factory in China. There's no stitching me back together.
You know,
I was done by a machine.
and that's where he like exposes and he's like, but don't worry. Now that you've invented the sport, I'll always be here. And you know, so it's kind of like this really the ball and the kid have like this father son. Oh, the kid has to be like fatherless because then that's like.
And the movie will be called Ball Daddy.
Yeah, and you know who's the voice of the ball?
Adam Sandler.
No fucking way.
Line milk.
That's the dumbest shit.
It's so stupid. We got massive sleepover energy right now.
Yeah, yeah. It's giggles sleepover. Energy.
Too much ice cream.
Okay. Can we just again first draft, first thing? Let's just.
I'm out of my element.
Should we?
I need something to work towards, or I'm flailing.
Should we then? Right now, this is the part where we improv the whole beats
right
of the whole
now.
Thing. No, RIGH.
Okay.
We just go straight beat by beat.
Okay.
Or do we have to do a section for this?
I don't know.
It's uncharted territories.
Let's
do a section for.
Let's do a section.
All right. We're introducing a new section today.
Beat breakdown.
It's in the game. It's in the podcast.
It's the beat down.
That sounds dirty to me. I don't know why. Like the beat down.
Beat down.
Why does that sound so? Is that just me?
Well, it's just kind of conjures violence. Which
The
I
beat
don't
off.
The beat off.
That still sounds dirty.
Let's call it the stroke section.
And here are the beats.
So.
These are the beats.
Oh, we actually have a
do we?
slate like that, or I think. Remember we recorded it.
Oh, yeah.
These are the beats.
Do you still have that? Do we still have that?
I don't know. We never mixed it, but we have the recording somewhere. Okay, so film begins. I picture like sand. It's like a big lot. It's like old school kind of suburbia where like kids would just like run around like dirty, like
sounds familiar.
like
yeah.
sand lot a little bit. Yeah,
of course. Yeah,
so that's what I'm picturing. It's like just like
it's like sand in this lot.
And they play like like they're playing tag or they're playing like whatever, and this 3 kids run ahead, and this one kid's like, no, wait up. It's like the younger brother of the kids. He's like, oh, I'm coming, and he's running, and then as he's running, it starts though. The close up is on the baseball, in the dirt, and everything else like it's a wide shot of that, and it's like on the baseball in the dirt, like low angle, kind of like really in the dirt with them. So the kids running by, you just kind of feel them run by because they run right past the baseball, and they're on horses. Yes.
Yeah.
And then they're running. They run past, and then what you hear? No, wait up for me! And he's running, and then
we've done this before in the videotape one where the kid finds the camera.
Well, fucking sue me. Tarantino has many feet shots. He runs and he trips past the base over a baseball.
Okay. Just I have questions about your attraction to these types of shots. Anyway,
I like grounded shots, like stuffed in the ground.
I like.
What does that even mean?
I love truffles.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the kid, the younger brother, who's like a bit behind everyone, trips over the ball.
Yeah, the loser.
The loser of the brother.
The underdog.
The underdog. Trips over and he goes, "What the heck? What the heck was that?"
He falls down. He's like, "Ow, huh?" And then he just sees this baseball, and there's like a slow push in the baseball's like. There's all these whispers, and it's like, "Take me out." And he's like, "What's this?"
And he's never seen a ball like this.
He picks it up, he blows the dust off, and with his thumb, he rubs it across the stitches of the ball. And for a brief moment there, it feels like the ball is responding.
Cut to. He's in bed. His mom's tucking him in, and the baseball's sitting on the side table.
Yeah, still covered in dirt. It's still there. And his mother's like, "You sure you don't want me to throw this weird vegetable in the trash?"
She doesn't know what a ball is.
She doesn't know what a ball is.
Not even fuck baseball.
There's no ball. This is an absurdist revisionist history. And she's like, "Do you want me to throw this?"
I could cook it for breakfast for tomorrow.
Hey, I'm making a broth, and this weird potato rock could go really well with it. It smells musty.
No, Mom, no, it's mine.
Mom, I really want to keep this. I just one more night. And she's like, all right, you get one more night with the potato, and then that's it.
That's
it's going in the soup broth.
And then we're cooking it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're cooking it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're poor.
Yeah. She says that. She goes, "We're poor.
We're poor."
Just reminding you, son, before you go to sleep.
Daddy's farm is not doing well. Daddy's gone. Daddy's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Daddy's farm, because like the patriarchy's like fucking alive and well back then. He's gone now. But it's less of a farm, as you know. It's now more of like a sand lot. And he's like, I know.
And you know we're right next to the forest, so there's bad news, bears in there. No, I couldn't land that plane.
Mommy, remind me what the bears are called. The Winnie the Pooh, son.
No, bad news bears. That's a baseball.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry. I didn't know if you got my.
I got it. But then I was just tying it back to the Winnie the Pooh shit from before.
Yes,
it's called the callback. Unnecessarily callback.
She leaves, and now he's trying to go to sleep.
Now he's at the ball, and then he looks up at the ball, and then the ball's on his desk, and it just kind of like turns toward him.
Oh shit! Okay.
And you just hear like, and then the crowd roaring, and the kid's like, huh. And then he goes, his eyes close. He's overcome with the desire to fall into a deep sleep.
Okay.
He falls into a deep sleep.
Okay.
He wakes up in his astral body. He's running in slow-mo, Brubby. He's going. He doesn't know where he's going.
He's in his room still?
He's just in this black void.
Okay.
And he's just running. Like a Jonathan Glazer black void.
Yeah, okay, under the skin.
Just like running.
Yeah.
And then he wakes up. He's like, oh, fuck.
Is it nighttime still?
I think it's the next day.
It's the next day. It's the morning? Okay. Well, you just killed a whole night of... All right. He wakes up.
Hey, we can go back to dream sequences, but we gotta like stitch in.
He wakes up. He gets it.
Well, running is the first part.
Okay, he gets his backpack ready, and he's about to leave. He's like, no, he takes the potato.
The ball's gone. Right, it's not there. He runs out in the kitchen and he sees his mom about to put it in the stew.
No, Mom, no, that's Bali.
He grabs the
potato.
He grabs it
and then puts it in his back. He's like, no, it's gonna come to school with me.
Yeah,
and then he just leaves.
And he leaves.
Yeah. I'm trying to get to the point where the ball fucking talks to him.
I think he should maybe encounter his friends again.
Well, we're at recess, right? Like he goes to school. They're talking, and they're all like, being cool and like leaving him out of the conversation. And he's like, "Hey guys, trying to keep up with them." And they're just like, "Yeah, fucking pipsqueak," all that kind of energy, yeah. And then it's like recess, and this is, I think, a turning point to where he can like use the ball and turn it into a sport.
I'm
just...
Yeah.
But how?
They're...
Yeah, it's like a big... it's a wide shot of just like it's the recess, so it's like the courtyard and all that. And it's just kids very bored. Like just kind of standing still.
There's a kid throwing a brick.
Yeah, exactly.
And he throws it and it just goes doof and lands in the sand. And he's like, it would be fucking cool if this stupid brick kept moving after it hit the ground. It's just so boring.
Well, no, I think the ball is like, and then so he's wearing the backpack. The kid's wearing the backpack still in the courtyard, and he's like, and then he kind of like opens his backpack.
Oh, the kids could be hitting bricks with sticks. Like, they're just like breaking them. Like fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And then the kid's like, let me try.
And the ball's like, no, the ball's the one's like, try me.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean someone else comes to hit the brick?
And the kid, like the ball says something to him, like, throw me. I'd be better than the brick. And then the kid's like, let me throw one. And then he takes it out. And he like puts his backpack down and dusts himself off.
And they're all laughing. No, you have to have that moment of everyone's like, what a fucking loser. What is the Peter Parker of it all.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, Pete here is gonna throw this potato. Oh, let's play with a potato now, guys.
Yeah, stupid round potato. It's not going to be better than the rectangular brick, you idiot.
You should just put that into a broth.
Yeah.
Everyone's really obsessed with broths in this era.
Aren't you hungry? Isn't your family hungry? Shouldn't you eat that?
Yeah. And he's like, why? You guys know way too much about my family.
Yeah. There's no...
Put it into a broth.
There's no internet yet.
Someone keeps
saying that. Why is everyone obsessed with broth? And then... God...
so then he takes the ball.
He takes the ball, and then he's about to throw it, and he's like, "Wait!" The ball's like, "Wait, lift your leg first.
Do a wind up. A wind up. do a wind up.
You know what it is. Just reach inside and feel it.
And all of a sudden, his body like takes over him a little bit. He's like,
and he does the leg lift, like the pitcher left leg lift.
The
and
wind
he
up.
Does this. And then he just fucking throws it.
And the person, like, they see it coming and their reflex is like, oh, and they just hit it. And the ball actually soars.
Or no, I think the first moment.
They just see it.
The ball goes right past the guy with the bat, like it's super fast, and then it hits someone in this, like the guy that's behind it kind of catches it, and he's like, "Oh!" And he was like,
he goes, "Oh, I didn't bring a limb in this time because I used to bricks.
I
didn't cough up any blood.
He just struck me.
Nice.
You struck me with the ball.
Yeah.
And the kid's like, that will be known as a strike. Now throw it back. Well, it doesn't be. He called it a ball, but it's not a ball yet.
Yeah, I was gonna catch that, but maybe that is how they come up with it. Like with this ball.
Oh, wow! This is the fucking dumbest shit ever. Well, I'm having fun.
Well, I was trying to think of struck is great, but it's like, how the fuck do you come up with the word ball? You know what I mean? Like it would have to be like forced out of like, or actually, so he doesn't say ball yet. He goes, oh, he struck me, but I'm not bleeding because they're so used to getting knocked by bricks. So he's like, oh. I can actually just throw it back.
I'm not bleeding internally this time.
Exactly. And he throws it back, and then he goes, this time swing. So they haven't talked about calling it a ball yet. So then he throws it, and the guy just swings, and it goes soaring. And they've never seen that because the brick always broke the fucking bat. And it goes soaring, and it goes, and it's still going, and it's going, and it's just landing.
And they all run after the ball. They're just running after it, and they're watching it. They're like, whoa.
And then they get it, and then they're all circling around it. And then the kid goes, no, maintain your positions. When the ball is hit, this is really dumb. When the ball is hit, you stand here, and he kind of tells them where to stand because the ball's like speaking through him at this point. It's almost like he's like Tyler Durden at this point, where he's like speaking, but it's like the ball through him.
Right.
It's kind of weird. Because I think at the end of the sequence, they're all like, "Man, what is this?" And then he, just as the ball speaks through him, goes, "It's a ball."
Yeah. There he goes. That's baseball.
That's baseball for you. EA Sports.
So that's baseball. But then maybe the kids, like, they're all running and they're running after each other, and the kid catches it, and the kid just looks at them and he's like, "Don't let this touch you." And they're like, "Why?"
Sorry.
And then he just touches one kid with the ball.
Oh, you're out.
You're out. He's like, "What?" He's like, "You're out." And the kid's like, "Oh, fucking Jeremy's out." Oh, and like the kid starts to like gain cachet in the thing. Or does the ball, like, when it touches him, like, makes him like, oh, and he like,
no, come on, it's not fucking.
Okay, it's not the Avengers.
No, it's not Marvel. What the fuck? This guy.
He just turns to dust.
Yeah.
Don't let this touch you.
Oh shit! I don't want to play this anymore. And that's how baseball stopped from being a sport.
Well,
because then we could just get to the montage of like once he says baseball, it's like, whoa, can I play next? And then it's like music playing like woo doo 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 and like some kind of weird montage of music, and then it's like
Heritage Minute stuff.
Exactly. Very cheesy shit. And it's like you see one game happening and some people are playing, and then another game and there's like more players, and then a third game and people watching the game now, and it becomes busier. And then
there's like dudes shooting steroids in the slug.
That's so good.
It just goes from all the like the pudgy,
wholesome,
like the pudgy Humpty Dumpty men playing it in the early 1900s, and then their bodies get more and more sculpted. And there's dudes like doing the steroids, and they get more, even more sculpted, but then they go back down to like normal guys.
Wait, are you going past? Are you doing decades right now?
Yeah, we're just jumping through. The era.
Okay. I thought we were gonna just end it with the ball dying in that era and telling him you've just helped invent the sport.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
We could do either. My thing with like going forward in time is like, what is the ending then? It's like the ball getting hit and coming back.
Yeah, like the ball would like get hit by like the montage would like end with like one particularly poignant moment. The pitcher does the same wind up as the kid does in the field, and then another kid hits. There's the first strike. You know, the thing happens. It all happens exactly the same, and then it's like he hits the second one and it soars, and then we go in. It goes up the thing like it's just like a big wide shot. We see the ball disappear in the distance, and then the camera like catches up with the ball, and we follow it like a meteor as it orbits the Earth.
Yeah.
And then the Earth starts to like do a backwards thing.
Superman returns.
Exactly. Yeah.
But here's my thing, and not to, because I know that was one of the first ideas. It's almost like, sure, But like,
if you're gonna say it's unrealistic, I'm leaving.
Yeah, that's the one part that I just can't buy.
I'm just
like, do we just find a different ending where it's like not about the fact that it's from the future? It's just the baseball was invented because it's a magical wizard sport. Basically, is the joke of it now. Where it's like this talking ball is the Nathan. What's his guy's name? Basketball guy.
James Naismith.
James Naismith. That's the baseball was the one who invented it. So to me, it's like he helped his kid become popular, invented the sport. Everyone starts playing it, and in like one of the first big games, the kid's like the starter, and they hit it, and the baseball just dies, like it just fucking crushes, and it's like, and the ending to this whole thing is like, so like again, like we do a montage. It's like a couple kids playing in a backyard, a couple kids playing in a sandlot, a couple kids playing in an actual diamond, and then it grows, and people are watching it. And then it's like the newspaper flipper where it's like flipping it into the view where it's like, ooh, baseball's taking this country by storm. And it's like, now it's like a fucking stadium. And the kid still has his lucky
and then
ball.
Kevin Costner comes up to the kid and he's like, I want to option the rights to your story.
Yeah, exactly. That's the ending. But yeah, the baseball finally.
You want to make Broth the movie?
They call it broth ball. But the ball gets hit and it cracks, and the ending of the film is like, no, I can fix you because you gave me, I can't lose you like that's my dad. It gets very like melodramatic.
Yeah.
And the ball's just like, listen, kid, it's in you now.
Sometimes life smacks you too hard.
Yeah, something like that. And then it's like a very, because it's so absurd.
What's the last inning possible in a game? Is it the 9th, 11th?
Well, 9th is real when it ends, but you can tie and go extra innings.
This is the 9th inning, kid, and there's no extra innings.
I don't know what that means, Paul.
We've only been playing 6 innings so far.
Don't worry, they'll keep inventing rules as you go along.
Well, it's like in the future of baseball is like now the kid becomes a commissioner and starts inventing his own rules.
Yeah.
But there's something funny to me where this absurd world ends with this absurd ending of a ball dying in his hands like it's his comrade or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then as he goes, no, and then
he rubs his hand over the same stitching.
Yeah, and
no
then
longer intact.
And you think it's like, no, it's an ending, but then cut to like, all right, well, here's another one. It's like a ball that he throws. Like, let's play with this one.
Luckily, we've been mass producing these since the inception of the game.
Yeah, and then the kid's like, I'm never gonna play again, and he quits the sport. But the world keeps playing and becomes a phenom. Mm-hmm. And the ending of the film is oh my god, here's your ending of your film. So again, montage, sport becomes huge. First game as a huge stadium at whatever New York Yankee Stadium. The ball gets hit. It breaks. Kid goes rushing. He's like crying to the ball. He's like, no, you can't leave me. You can't. I can't be alone. I can't play without you. And the ball's like, no, this is my purpose. I was here to lead the way. Mm-hmm. You take over, blah, blah, blah. And he dies.
But, I'm just one ball in your life. You have 2 of your own, and they're made of steel.
Yeah, and then that's the last words, and he just dies.
Yeah.
The kid walks away from the game. And then cut to, he's a grandfather in a rocking chair, and he's telling the story to the kids, to his grandkids, and the grandkids are like, the film, and like he finishes the story, and the grandkids are like, Mom,
we're gonna have to put Grampy down today.
Exactly, that's the
He's
end.
like, now, why don't you sit on Santa's lap?
But you find out that the absurd story was from a grandpa.
It was just from a senile grandfather. Yeah.
I kind of
now let's get back on that train, shall we?
Now, which one of you is the Prince of Agrabah? Now, which one of you is the president?
Now, if you'll excuse me.
And he goes into another room and just takes a huge, crazy shit.
But not in the washroom.
No, yeah.
Not in the washroom. It's just like a living room.
This is a door that's slightly ajar, and you just hear him be like, ah!
He's just pooping on a bed.
Yeah.
Mom, Grandpa's going through an episode again. I think that's a great ending.
Yeah, I think so too.
I would love that ending.
Yeah.
You're like shook right now.
Speaking of episodes, was this?
This is unhinged.
Was this a failed experiment?
I liked it.
I had fun, but
was it legible?
I don't know.
I think so.
Email us at norewritespod@gmail.com and tell us, was this episode unhinged? What would we call the movie though? What's the title? We still need a title and a movie poster. Grandpa Ball.
I was thinking if it was grandpa related. Yeah, what is the title? Yeah, is it
Broth?
Broth Ball.
Funny Ball.
They find the ball. They create the game. Baseball. Baseball. a true story.
The unauthorized true story about baseball. The story that the feds don't want you to hear. The MLB tried to bury
Baseball, the untold story.
Isn't there's a sports documentary series called Untold, right?
Yeah, you're right.
I think there's some really cool episodes of that. I can't remember any of them, but I remember being like, that's cool.
I'm trying to think, what's a phrase or like a term in baseball we could use for it? Ball 4. The film.
Shortstop, long career.
That's funny. Strike 1.
The strike.
The first strike.
The first strike. That's good.
That's actually good because it's the first strike ever.
First strike.
Yeah. But then the poster would really have to show baseball because otherwise it's like, is it a fucking Star Wars film?
Or is it a labor union based film?
Oh, I didn't think of that. Yeah. The first strike is pickets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Cool. Hope you enjoyed the movie.
I enjoyed it. God, Jono.
I did too. Maybe we'll add sound effects to that. Like
that'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, maybe that's the move.
Do we want to end on a game?
Yeah.
Because I have a game that we haven't played in a while.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let's just go to the final section. We'll recap it. And
recap like we know what the fuck happened. But
yeah.
Okay.
No, not recap, but we'll just go to the last section and
just to give this
finish
episode
off.
some kind of structure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
In conclusion.
All right. Thank you for taking a part in this experiment.
I almost want to call the film Unhinged because that's what the episode felt like.
Unhinged.
Sleepover energy.
Sleepover energy. The Unhinged.
No, I like the first strike.
What's the?
I think the first strike.
Yeah, the first strike.
What are you gonna say?
Yeah, the first strike is because that could be a bit of an entendre, a double entendre, because it's like the first strike, like this kid discovers and invents baseball. But it could also be our first strike
as a podcast.
In
we have 2 more, and then people are not going to listen.
Yeah. Okay. Well, interesting to see what we do next week. But
I think I'm very curious because I liked what we did.
I do feel like I maintain more energy throughout it because when we cut the cameras to write, like it's a slog.
Yeah.
It's a real slog, and life is hard work, but. If we want to get to 100 episodes, I don't think everyone could be a script. Maybe
here's the thing.
Put the script behind a paywall, baby.
But here's the thing. What was different about today besides the fact that we didn't take that break? So I think our energy was a bit like, because we didn't have to go to the script, we were confused.
There was nothing to there was no wall for shit to stick to.
But once we got to the beat breakdown, it's like, oh, okay, this is like any episode.
I do like the
improvised beat breakdown.
Yeah, and like you're like interior this, and then I'm like, and then this happens. It's like scene painting.
Yes.
And that's kind of fun. And I would be interested to see what that would be like with a guest too, because like we could all just take if you guys did dialogue and I did scene slugs or whatever, or we all just add stuff to the scene and then just train wreck it through.
Well,
Could
I think
fun.
having
and then like maybe adding sound effects to that or something just to give it or music or tone things,
or just do live sound effects.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Just like we were doing with the soundboard.
That'd be cool. But yeah, I think once we really realized, or like I guess we didn't realize until we did it, but now that we know that when we do this, there is a beat breakdown we got to get to do this, because we did do a beginning to end.
Yeah,
I would hate to not do that.
Yeah, it just wasn't as like razor specific or like dull razor specific as we've been in the past, because we never really got like super honed in on the beats before doing the radio drama, and we shaved them down and like made them like.
Well, now it's all about the beats. It's like, we're not gonna write a script, so let's make it fucking way more specific. And this time we did that more. We had an ending in it. Usually we never have an ending in the beats.
Mm-hmm. So
whoever's still listening to this, by the way, thank you for listening to us figure out our own podcast.
Are you still listening? Email us at norewritespod@gmail.com and
Can we play a quick
tell
game?
me if you're still listening. Let's play a quick game.
I just want to play this game we haven't played in a while, but you finally figured it out. Like, I think you realized last time it's not that hard.
Yeah.
The 6
It's
degrees.
just who you're going to fuck, who you're going to marry, who you're going to kill.
No.
Okay.
We could do that if you want to do that. You really want to do that?
No.
6 degrees of separation. Do you remember that? With the actors?
Yeah, you got to get to a movie.
We both say
a name. It's like Mind Meld, but you have to work in the movie that they were in together.
No.
Oh.
So it's like there are 2 actors. So I say an actor, you say an actor. And through their connection with other actors in other movies, you get to the connection. So it's like he was with her, she was with him, he was with her, and then they were together.
Oh.
So you're connecting the separation.
Oh. Yes. So like, yeah. I kind of get it.
You did it last time. You were like, oh, that's actually not hard. Okay. It was like pretty straightforward.
Okay. Let's just try it.
Let's try it, baby.
Yeah.
3,
2, 1.
Seth Rogen.
Fuck. Can we just do one
more? That
more?
was like the easiest part of the game.
One more.
All right.
One more. I just blanked on what we had to do there. I was like, baseball. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Heath Ledger, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, there's something I'm seeing it in my head, but I'm also not seeing it. Heath Ledger.
What was he in? Brokeback Mountain. The
10 Things I Hate About You.
Using 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, he's so good in that, dude.
Yeah. Tell you 10 things I love about that guy.
Oh, yeah. Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Heath Ledger. No, that's not it at all. That's not the connection. Who'd you say? Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
So he was in like
Joaquin Phoenix.
Boogie Nights. Joaquin Phoenix is in
The Master.
The Master. Okay.
Oh, Boogie Nights. That's way better, actually. Yeah, I can get there. Okay, got it. Done. Philip Seymour Hoffman, Mark Wahlberg in Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg, Christian Bale in The Fighter. Christian Bale and Heath Ledger in Dark Knight.
Oh, shit.
Let's get it.
See, I don't think I have like that razor specific movie knowledge to do that, but
so this game is just me showing off is all it is.
Yeah, but
like,
it's good. It works.
Jono, watch me do this.
No, I think like the games have been slightly about,
my ego,
making me look stupid and you look a little smarter.
You caught on.
But yeah,
you caught on.
It's fine. I'm happy to be.
Do you have a game you want to propose, sir?
No, but I'm down to play another game.
Okay, you have one?
I don't have one.
All right. Okay.
Let's play. Would You Rather?
Okay. You know what my issue with Would You Rather is? It's a great date game, but it's like if you're playing, it's like there's no like right answer. There's no winning in it. It's just like, oh, would you rather do this or this? And you're like, oh, which one weird thing would you do?
So the only point of games for you is to win?
Yeah.
So how do you win improv games? How do you win? I guess you win mind meld by...
Oh, you know how you win improv games? Get by the laughter you get. To me, that's what that is.
Damn.
We can play Would You Rather. I'm not trying to...
Okay.
Yuck Your Yum?
Yeah.
Was it Yum Your Yum?
I don't have a fucking thing. Like, I think I blew it all on the broth joke. Just
you got
fucking...
this.
Okay. Would you rather eat...
Okay.
One normal-sized baseball or thousands of microscopic baseballs?
Could I have a drink with it?
You might have to do it for the 1,000 microscopic
if I could do like a cereal, like put a big bowl, put milk in it, I'll do that.
Yeah. But don't you think that maybe the microscopic balls would they'd permeate your
Yeah,
shit,
but I feel like because they're smaller, I can break them down more.
Yeah, but no, they'd be microscopic. So they would get into your bloodstream. They might get into your heart. They could cause aneurysms. Whereas if you just like chew up and like eat a regular baseball with a knife and shit, like your body would have a terrible time digesting it, but it might not get into your circulatory system.
When you say microscopic, yeah, maybe I'm not. I don't know why I picture like this big, but you're talking about like fucking.
I'm talking about like nano balls.
Yeah. Okay.
Nano. Like
the idea that sounds so much painless. So much painless. Painless.
It could be painless in the moment while you're doing it.
I'm all about the now.
Yeah.
So in the moment is what I'm going for.
And then someday when you're riddled with baseball blood.
Can you just fucking stop? Because you're making me convinced. No, I pick that.
Okay, well, you lost.
Shit. Damn it, there's a winner or loser in this. There was another one I was trying to figure out this game. It's like the opposite of mind meld where... Okay, yeah. Let me see if there's like a prompter for it. It's a fun game. Don't say the same thing. It's okay. Do we need a prompt though?
Okay, too much dead air.
Yeah, you talk.
I think the thing about games is they're fun, but they might not be the best way to end it. How are we going to end this episode now?
So I'm going to try this one last game that's just going to maybe cut out. So I'm going to pick a topic, and then we do 3, 2, 1, and we say a word, but the goal is not to say the same word. So, for example, basketball player. 3,
2, 1. Jordan, we lost.
Well, no, I didn't say Jordan.
No. But that's not what we want to do. I want to say Pippen. You want to say Jordan.
Yeah, or something just different. You know what I mean?
And then what?
We do like 5 rounds to see how far we can go.
Okay.
So
we're starting with sports.
Well, pick a topic.
Dance.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Moonwalk.
Okay.
It took me a second there.
Okay. Comedy TV shows.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Full House.
Okay.
Okay. Sci-fi movies. 3, 2, 1. Star Wars.
Okay. A sport.
3, 2, 1. Hockey.
I thought you were gonna say fuck. Okay, we almost got there. I think that's the game. I don't know. I've never played that game. I like that game though.
I do lament not going down the road of the dentist family and the kid invents hockey to smash teeth.
Dude, we had some good ideas. They're all stupid ideas, but they're all great stupid ideas. That one, I also still like the law of physics thing, where it's like they come, they're like, oh, look at him run. He's running like straight to the first base. He's employing the Pythagorean theorem.
It's like, wow. It's like he's walking, but it's in rapid succession.
They don't know what running is.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So to wrap it up, we're gonna try to get a guest next episode.
Sorry. Yeah. Hopefully we'll have a guest next episode. We may or may not write a script. We may just kind of dip in and out of this depending on how we feel.
Yeah.
But we just don't really know what the fucking show is. We're 23 episodes deep. We're still finding our legs. So
let's do it together.
Email us at norewritespod@gmail.com and tell us.
DM us at, what's our Instagram?
No Rewrites?
Yeah.
Podcast? I don't know. I don't know that one. I think it just might be No Rewrites.
Or you could DM us at No Rewrites Podcast.
Okay.
There we go.
Right and wrong. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for listening. You're a good, funny, creative person, and maybe this episode made you feel better about yourself, or maybe you gleaned some insight and laughter and fun and enjoyed your sleepover energy.
Take me out to the bye.
Fuck. No Rewrites is produced by Adeel Shamsi and Jono Hunter. Edited by Justin Stevenson. Sound designed by Aaron Harastovic. Some additional voices performed by Katie Trudeau. And the stuff in between segments was recorded by Kevin Brown. If you have an idea for a prompt, email us at norewritespodcast@gmail.com or DM us at No Rewrites Podcast on Instagram. No Rewrites is an independent show, so please make sure to like and subscribe and tell your friends, please. Thank you.